Welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. Today, I got a few stories about Litecoin, a delisting. Is it of concern, or is it just about the privacy? A little bit about Cardano and Grayscale, and a little bit about security as well. In addition to another story about a certain decentralized exchange on the Atom platform that should be. It's a little bit of bad news, but it's much bigger and better news going forward. So, all that and more coming up next. So to go over a couple of big stories today, the number one story that's coming out right now, it seems to be, is that Litecoin is being delisted in South Korea. Why, do you ask? Well, it all comes back to privacy and Mimblewimble. They implemented Mimblewimble, or it's not easy to say, I know. That's part of the, it actually comes from Harry Potter, and I think it's it confuses your words so that no one can understand you. That's what the spell does. It's the name of a spell. So Mimblewimble is basically, they borrowed it from Harry Potter. It is the implementation of a privacy feature that is an option on Litecoin. But because it's now can be deemed as a privacy coin, the exchanges, especially in South Korea, are all delisting it. So they have very strict KYC and AML guidelines there. And if I scroll, this is the story from Cointelegraph. I'll jump over to the similar version from Crypto News. So just going over things I highlighted. 5 exchanges. I didn't highlight this part. So the 5 exchanges, Upbit, BitThumb, Coin1, Corebit, and GoPax, all are doing it at once because of the regulations. They're going to be, you support on June 20th. You must withdraw by July 20th. They give you a month. Litecoin went down as a result, of course, which was down from 62 to 60. Down to 62 from 65. But the boost in privacy moves this protocol into uneasy legal waters in South Korea, where privacy coins such as Monero, which is the number 1 privacy coin, and Zcash, which is probably number 2, have already been delisted. South Korean law forbids exchanges from listing such tokens and insisting that all transactions be screened for possible money laundering violations. Now, there are ways around this, and I'll talk about that when I'm done. But this is just regulation and compliance, that they're just complying with the laws that are there. I will tell you that there's going to be a lot more activity, and I've talked about security. I'm going to share this real quick. On Instagram, I had Satoshi_Lite_official reach out to me and starting to follow me and send me. He made a post and said, if you want to help people, please let me know. So I said, you know what, I'm going to engage and just see what they say, whether it's real or not. So I sent him a message and said, hi, Charlie, assuming it's Charlie. It's not. Hang on. I saw your post. If there's any way I can help others, let me know. We all appreciate you. Hello, man. I don't think Charlie speaks that way. I never heard him say, hello, man. Yes, now we are collecting donations to help refugees from Ukraine. Well, to me, this sounds like he wants to grab some Litecoin from accounts, send them, and allegedly to send it to Ukraine, which most people in the crypto world don't agree with, but that's neither here nor there. But, he keeps poking at me. So I decide, you know what, I'm going to do my due diligence. So let me show you how to do due diligence to see, is this guy legit or not? So rather than asking people that I know would be able to tell me, I'm going to do it on my own. So what I did on my own is I went over to Charlie's accounts, which is Satoshi Lite. Why did it just... Okay. So this is Charlie Lee's account, Satoshi Lite. Okay. So what I did is I searched at Satoshi Lite and then typed in the word Instagram to see what posts he's ever made on Instagram. So I also went to his account. I'll show you that in a minute. So let me open up his account. Where is Satoshi? Here we go. So I'm going to open that up in another tab. But if you could see right here, oops, wrong click. On Instagram has Satoshi.LTC on Instagram has been impersonating me for months and scamming people. They are likely others on Instagram. Hasn't done anything about them. My real Instagram account is Satoshi Lite, just like Twitter. So there you go. You know exactly who Charlie is on Instagram. It is not whatever this Satoshi Lite _official. That is, so I've already reported this account. And if you go over to Charlie's account, you can see. I think this is his information. So So there's your Twitter, there's your Litecoin, there's LitecoinFederation. That's how you get a hold of Charlie. That's it. So, and this is MWeb, which is Mimblewimble enabled blockchain. I believe he loves to use icons. But anyway, that's how you do a little bit of due diligence. If you think somebody could be a scammer, or you don't know if it's real or not, if you think someone semi-famous is reaching out to you and saying, "Hey, that's cool. Is this really Mark Moss? Is this really George Gammon? Is it really I don't know, pick somebody else big in the space. Is it really Andreas Andronopoulos, or is it, it's going to be somebody between Michael Saylor and me. So someone bigger than me and someone smaller than, say, Charlie Lee or Michael Saylor that's going to reach out to you and then impersonate somebody. So it could be Charles Hoskinson, could be Vitalik Buterin. But the bigger the name, the more recognizable the name, more likely it is that they're a scammer. So this is how you do some homework. And if you don't know, message me or join my Telegram and post what you find. We'll help you to show you how to do this and also do some homework with you to show you that, no, that's not real. All right, 2 other stories I wanted to talk about. First, let's talk about the Osmosis and Atom blockchain. So they had an issue last week. There was an exploit on the Osmosis blockchain. They were hacked for $5 million, which sounds like a lot, but it's not in this space. And they shut down the blockchain. So Osmosis is a proof-of-stake blockchain with a decentralized exchange application. This is the biggest decentralized application on the Cosmos or Atom platform. And I actually use it, and I know my clients use it too. So obviously I'm concerned and watching this. So Osmosis put out that the pools were not completely drained. They lost about $5 million. They're going to recover. They are going to cover this amount at the worst. If they can't recover it, they can't recover it. But at least they will be able to make everybody whole with the $5 million. They got this quickly. They found the block as a block number X. The Osmosis chain has been halted for emergency maintenance to get rid of this bug. At the time, the Osmosis DEX wallets are inoperable until repairs are completed. The exploit was reportedly possible due to a critical bug in the protocol's liquidity pools that allowed everyone to increase their pool position by 50% simply after adding and removing liquidity to any pool. So apparently you could add liquidity, remove liquidity, and add liquidity again, and all of a sudden you've got more money, which is not good. So people were exploiting this a while. Somebody made $75K from this yesterday. Hey, let's see. So, and I'm sure they're going to investigate those people that did it. According to DeFi Llama, Osmosis currently has a total value locked, or TVL, which is the top metric for DeFi, of over $212 million. So $5 million out of $212 million, you're talking about, 2 to 3%. So the Osmo token took a major hit, but it's bouncing back nicely already today. It was at $1.08, and I think it's like $1.30 or so right now. So it's coming back strong. So the third story I wanted to touch on. Okay, to finish that up, I wouldn't worry about Cosmos or Osmosis. They have a very good development team, very strong team, and they were hopped right on this. So I'm very impressed with that. That's a sign of a good, strong chain and a good ecosystem, as well as a good development and test team. They missed this bug, should have caught it, but now they'll know for next time. And this is what happens when you're constantly developing and doing stuff on the blockchain and putting them out there in the real world to be used. There can be bugs. Hopefully they're not major. This is why you need a good test team like the Divi and the Cosmos teams apparently have. And lastly, Dan Giambrello. Oh boy, I butchered that. Sorry, Dan. Dan Gambardello. That's why he goes as Crypto Recruiter. I know Dan. This is Crypto. This is what is? I need to hold on. Let me find his channel. All right, this is Crypto Dan. This is Dan, Crypto Capital Venture. He is a crypto recruiter. He's done many things in this business space. He's big on Cardano, as you can see by the latest videos. He's good at technical analysis. He's really good. So that I should have recognized Dan. But Dan put out this tweet that said that Cardano, in their X Ethereum fund, is they upped their percentages of Cardano. If you click this post, you can start to see you've got almost a third of this fund as of June is Cardano, followed by Solana and Polkadot and Avalanche as the top 4 holdings. Then Matic, Stellar Lumen, Cosmos, and Algorand. Now, I will say this is Grayscale, and if I go back, this is Grayscale. This is their fund. So That'll be the third story today. Let me drop out of here and I'll start talking about all three of them next. Okay, so there's the stories that I went over for today. The first, going back in order, let's start with Litecoin. Actually, I'll end with Litecoin. I'll go in reverse order. So the Cardano and Grayscale story. It's great for Cardano that they're a bigger part of that fund, but Grayscale takes a big chunk right off the top. And I looked at those 8 coins, and so we've got Cardano, Solana, Polkadot, Avalanche, Polygon or Matic, Stellar Lumens, Atom or Cosmos, and Algorand. All 8 of those coins are available right now in your Exodus wallet. You can actually go and buy all 8 of those coins right now. You can go and buy any coin. You could go and buy an Atom off of Coinbase and move Atom over to your Exodus wallet. Now you have it all fully in your control, and you can swap the Atom for whatever allocation you want of the other 7 or 8 coins. In addition, you can stake Cardano, Solana, Atom, and Algorand all within the Exodus wallet. So you don't need Grayscale. Your Exodus wallet can be your Grayscale, and it'll save you lots of money and overhead fees and whatever they're charging. Plus, you get to mix whatever you want. Like, if you don't like Cardano at 32% of that mix, you don't have to have it at that mix. You could put 20% in Cardano. You could put 30% in Matic instead of 7. You don't like XLM, you can drop it off the list. Personally, on this list, not financial advice, I don't like Algorand. I don't like that one. It's an algorithmic stablecoin. I want nothing to do with that. So I would drop that off the list. Solana, I might have a small allocation. I'm not big on a blockchain that keep turning on and off. I might put 5 or 10% in that max. And then the other 6, I would mix them up. 15 to 20% each. Seems about right. Avalanche is good. That's a good lending platform. Polkadot, Cardano, Matic, Atom, and Stellar Lumens. They're all good. Of that list, I would put Cardano, Polkadot, Atom, and Matic at the top 4. And I would put at least 10% in each one. Not financial advice. Just what I would do. I would put at least 10% in each one of those, possibly up to 20. And then just out the last 15, 20, 25%, whatever you got. Then you got Stellar Lumens, Solana, Algorand, and Avalanche to pick from if you want to choose those. And you can pick something else too. You could put, I would put Zilliqa in there. I think Zilliqa is underrated as an alternative to Ethereum. So just something to think about. You don't need to go and like this. Grayscale and other prescribed funds, they exist out there. But when you buy them, you're letting them do all the work, and you're not doing the work, but you're taking the recipe that they're giving you. So let's say that you love the project, like you love Cardano, but you don't want only 30% in your allocation. No, you can go and buy it on your own and get 75% if you want. You can do whatever you want. It's your money, it's your funds, and it's in your wallet when you use something like Exodus. So I just want to put that advice out there. Not financial advice, just educational advice, just me sharing my thoughts. Now, secondly, can't wait for my haircut tomorrow. All right, the security and Charlie Lee. I gave you some pointers on how to do security. If you don't know if it's somebody, it sounds somebody important, like, hey, cool, that guy's following me now. Probably not. I don't even have these big followers yet. I'm getting a couple now and then, but more than likely they're scammers, and watch out accordingly. And everybody is trying to scam everyone, and in the down market no less. But you have news come out for Litecoin, so the scammers for Litecoin naturally come out. All right, stop it, phone. Okay, third story, and that was the delisting of Litecoin. Now I'll wrap with that because I am LitecoinLeader, and that's part of my name, so I should be talking about it. Litecoin, I think this is a positive for Litecoin actually, because Litecoin has always been historically a test and proving grounds for Bitcoin. And then the story, I think Cryptos Are Us and gentlemen of crypto also picked up the story and talked about it. And they're saying that this could wind up on Bitcoin the next couple of years. Like, historically speaking, there are features that are added to Litecoin, and then that's kind of a test platform for when it eventually migrates over the Bitcoin platform. So Litecoin getting this privacy feature through Mimblewimble is a plus, because privacy is a big concern, and we know what's going on, or some people know what's going on, like bigger coins like XMR or Monero. That's your top privacy coin, and I think that's a great project, but they just can't get on exchanges, so they don't have the visibility that most people like. If you can't get on an app, right, a normal app, like you'll never see it on Cash App. You won't see it probably in your Divi wallet or your Divi app. You won't see it in most applications because they are not going to put these privacy coins. So in order for you to find out what they are, Let me share my screen, and I'll put this in there and as an extra bonus here. Hold on one second. All right, one little last feature here from CoinMarketCap, and you can do this in CoinGecko too. But let's just say in CoinMarketCap, I'm going to type in Monero. All right, and I go to Monero, and you notice this little button right here, this spot right here about the descriptors. It's mineable, it's proof of work, meaning of exchange. These tags are important. This privacy tag, click that. Now, look at all the privacy coins that are now listed here. Okay, Litecoin's not there yet. And now I'm going to show you on CoinGecko. Let's go there. All right, so there's Cosmos. I'm going to type it, same thing. XMR. Thank you. I'll show you where the button is. Let's see. Privacy coins. So you click that tag. Digibyte's there. Interesting. But Litecoin is not. So these are all, and I'm not going past coin number 400 just to look here. I know WAN chain. I remember Grosso coin too. That's interesting. Pivx. Interesting to see all these coins that I remember that are just hanging on. Anyway, you can see the major players: Monero, Zcash, Secret. That's a big one. That's on the Cosmos blockchain. The Cosmos blockchain. Digibyte. Surprised by that one being on there. And then Pirate Chain. That's really the last one that I really know of, and that's an interesting one. So similar list over here. Same ones: Zcash, Decred, Horizon, Secret, and so on. But this is how you get there. You have to remember one of them. You remember one privacy coin. You look it up, and then you hit the tag, and all of a sudden you can see all the rest of them. So you can see a whole group of different, the whole category. If their tags are right, what the category looks like. So privacy coins are a big deal. Privacy, it's a big deal. There's no need. Like cash is private. If I go to a yard sale, if I just go out on the town or do whatever I want and buy something for $20, that $20 is not traced back to me. Like they have no idea that I spent $20 on buying a drink at a bar, or I'm buying some tacos at a Mexican restaurant. They have no idea what I did that $20 because there's no traceability in that $20 that we know of. Don't think there is. But if you're on a centralized blockchain, or you would know, like you could trace, like if you knew that if you knew my Bitcoin address and you knew my public key, that for that wallet, you could do blockchain analytics and find out that I did transact with a merchant and they could figure out it's a restaurant or a taco place or whatever, and they could see that, oh, that's Jeff's Bitcoin address. He must have bought some tacos there. Your privacy is somewhat corrupted at that point because of the public nature of the blockchain. That's why privacy is a big deal to people that are big supporters of Monero, Pirate Coin, Zcash, and so on. And that's why they're important. And now adding this feature is a big deal for Litecoin, that you can turn it off. Like, hey, I don't want people to know that I gave Steve $500 of Litecoin. And then they're asked, like, Steve, what was that for? Or Jeff, why did you spend $500 with Steve? No one needs that hassle. That's why the privacy is important. And we don't need people looking over our shoulders. Like, it's our money. We get to decide what we do with it, or our currency. And we decide how we spend our wealth, and we don't need someone looking over our shoulder at that. So privacy coins are a big deal. They're going to wrap it up, put it all, like the powers that be, the regulators, they're all going to say, like, oh, we can't have privacy because we need traceability and anti-money laundering laws and know your customer. All that stuff needs to be in there. I understand that to a degree, but you don't need to know, like, once my money is okay, you don't need to know where I spend it. You don't need to know, you don't need me to be tracked in an app or any other way. And that's part of your financial sirens. And that's part of what your privacy is all about. So privacy, it's a big deal for Litecoin because Litecoin is so prevalent. Litecoin has been around over 10 years now. The block is the longest running blockchain that has never had an issue. Bitcoin had an issue very early on, its first year. Litecoin's never gone down, been up and running for more than 10 years. and it's everywhere. Every app with Bitcoin, except for Cash App. The only app that I can think of that doesn't have Litecoin is Cash App. But anything that has Bitcoin in a wallet, in an exchange, an ATM, it's going to have Litecoin too. When I started out, there were 2 coins on Gemini. It was Bitcoin and Ethereum, and 3 on Coinbase. They added Litecoin. So Litecoin's been around for a long, long time, and it originally started with Charlie Lee at Coinbase. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Litecoin. I understand what they're doing in South Korea. I look to see if the other exchanges follow suit. My prediction, I think Binance will not delist it. Binance US may, considering recent inquiries. Coinbase is going to be a really interesting one because it started at Coinbase. So it's going to be interesting to see Kraken, Gemini, and Coinbase. Let's see what they do with Litecoin. But I think it's actually a positive that Litecoin has this feature because it's so easy to get now, and it's going to be that much more valuable because it has this feature. And if this feature becomes usable and prevalent, it could easily migrate over to Bitcoin blockchain within a year or so. I don't think it's going to take 3 or 4 years. So, a lot said today. Just wanted to share that with everyone. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave us something down in the comment field below. And like, subscribe, share this video, all that good stuff. I might be putting out one more video. I don't know where I'm going to put it out, but I found some other things and talking about the gold standard. And we'll be talking about that next. But until I get to that video, I'm going to close the drawer on the bureau, say follow the leader, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.